Oh my goodness, people! It is the first 2K17 edition of Fantasy Fights. Welcome. This is October our time.
Yeah,
I don't know
I'm
what
surprised
your time
all
zone.
the combatants are from Atlanta, Georgia, but they made their way to Dallas, Texas for WrestleMania.
Oh, that's quite a tease. Oh my God, it's Carl Grimes.
Coral at Coral on Twitter. Yeah, this is our first fantasy fight.
Hey,
she
boy,
got it.
Carl Grimes.
You got it.
But yeah, our first new fantasy fight with 2K17, and I thought with Walking Dead making so much news this week with the season premiere, let's put 6 of the most well-known Walking Dead characters in a battle royal against each other.
Indeed, and Coral, one of the man, I am behind on the Walking Dead show, but I am I love the comic book.
Yeah,
At over 150 issues.
I'm legit Brelston, by the way. I don't think we introduced ourselves.
Oh, we didn't. I'm Captain Chris Antista.
I'm the Walking Dave.
The
There we
Walking
go.
Dave.
But yeah, this is our first 2K17 fantasy fight.
Yeah,
welcome.
it's looking a little better, I think. Lots of.
The heads-up graphics are good.
I
like
really
those.
want a Snickers for some reason.
Well, these people would kill each other for a Snickers bar.
Really satisfied.
Wow, he doesn't so much have an eye patch as a painted, face-painted version of an eye patch.
They don't actually have eye patches in this game, so you got to work around it sometimes.
Because why would a... Oh, it's just Coral. He took off his hat. It's going dark for our next combatant from The Walking Dead. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Glenn!
Yeah!
Where's his baseball hat? Did he lose that in the series somewhere? Because he wore it pretty frequently in the comics up until the last moment we saw him.
Man, he is concerned
making
about
sure his head's all together there.
Which I can
He's
find...
doing all right.
I always wanted to point out the difference between comic book fans and TV fans. The second What Happened to Glenn happened on Walking Dead, those spoilers were all over the web. I had not seen the comic spoilers of What Happened to Glenn posted on the web until the show aired.
Yeah.
Well,
And then everybody posted
because everyone saw it at once, whereas the comic, everyone's seen it over a matter of days, weeks.
It's been 3 years.
Yeah, and the comic wasn't spoiled.
Yeah,
like,
no one spoiled it in 3 years.
I
but
read a 50-issue omnibus, and like none of it was spoiled.
None of
for
it was
me.
spoiled,
But
but
like TV
within-
show, I can't help myself.
Within
I got
20
it.
minutes, everybody spoiled.
Well, that's what happens when like 15 million or whatever are watching this live, and
It's true, and I love the idea that this TV
Not that
show,
anything happened to
this
Glenn.
poor TV show, hurt the feelings of so many viewers by killing its characters.
telling a story.
And please, I hope that you stay with us after this one. I know a lot of people quit Walking Dead after last week's episode.
Oh my God, Glenn is jacked.
Is he
Ladies
gonna,
and gentlemen,
oh,
who is
he
this?
Baron Corbin?
Since Baron Corbin was the WWE ripoff of this guy, it's
Who?
just customary. Daryl Dixon.
Daryl Dixon.
I mean, literally, Baron Corbin's his entrance music is it's like a motorcycle revving, and then he's got the black jacket. He's a lone wolf,
Black trash
just like
forever.
Daryl Dixon.
Wow, yeah.
And
pretty great.
Did Dixon on Twitter. Hit him up.
One of the few characters on the show who's never been in the comic.
It's to the show's credit that they created an immensely popular character that has no basis within the pages of Robert Kirkman or Tony
He is
Moore's
the
Walking
Harley
Dead.
Quinn of the Walking Dead universe.
I can't wait till something bad happens to him.
He
on
is
the
in
show.
it. Well, he's in the. I think there's 4 people you can never kill on The Walking Dead: Rick, Carl, Michonne, and this guy. Everyone else is fair game.
Yeah,
Well-
outside of that first episode, I haven't seen the show ever.
The first episode
It was
is the only
great.
one I liked.
And it was a fantastic, and not pissing on the show at all. I just like didn't keep up with it.
No, I've seen several deplorable episodes of the show.
Yeah.
Everybody tells me it gets better from there, and then it gets worse
and then
again.
it gets worse.
And then it gets better again.
It's
And
slow. That's the problem.
It's almost
Like,
as if it's an
going too
uneven
slow.
show, like most television.
That it's
shows.
so far behind. Like it's 5 years behind the comic.
And I still stand
And-
by this. The comic I like more than almost anything in any medium. It's fantastic. It's awesome. It moves at a great pace. The show, Jesus
I
Christ.
did read all those, and I don't remember them either.
You
Stone
don't
Cold,
remember Coral?
You're not saying
Laurie!
things. Stone Cold Steve Austin is
How's
not.
Laurie- How's Laurie doing?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Rick Grimes, Andrew Lincoln. If you're a fan of the comics, you're wondering why he has 2 hands. But I don't know. The sign seems to be
Instead of
reading a
0.
different person.
Well, that's what happens when you have a TV show and you don't want an actor to have his arm green screened
That's
off in
true.
every episode. In retrospect, they should have just hired
In
a one-armed
retrospect,
actor.
Ash versus Evil Dead. They do it in every episode. I love. You know what? On a T-shirt, Grimes 316. I'd buy that.
Well, Chris, with the power of Zynga, what was that site called where you could put whatever you wanted on it?
Zip Zap?
No.
Jib Jab. Jib Jab.
Zazzle, baby.
Zazzle, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
Any JPEG, anywhere.
That hot 2010 tech here at Zazzle. We got you back. Is Zazzle still? I assume it's still around.
It's got to still be around. Now what mode is this that introduces every single character at the same time?
So this is Battle Royal.
Battle
So we get to see all the entrances for each of the 6 biggest male stars of The Walking Dead. You can't have intergender matches in WWE 2K17.
So boring. Oh my God, it's Negan!
Count Dracula, everybody. Count Batula.
It is Negan looking like a 1940s pilot holding a baseball bat. Strangely unadorned with barbed wire.
Well,
is that Lucille?
This is a prequel to the show, so he hasn't quite gotten the barbed wire yet.
Is this Sting?
Lucille, Secret Origins.
Comes out with a bat usually.
Stang, baby.
But is it Sting's entrance?
I gotta say that's a great Negan though.
That does look good.
It looks like it's very similar to how he looks in the comics, and also what is it, Henry Dean Morgan or whatever? What's the actor's name?
Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan, the comedian on the underrated movie The Watchmen.
And I hate that I know him from Grey's Anatomy.
That's
definitely Sting.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
And I think he was up to the point in the comics that I read.
That is one of my favorite arcs. By
He ran the prison, right?
It's significantly after the prison.
Or no, not the prison. Man, who?
It's 2 status quos from then.
Yeah, it's because there's the prison, and there's like the governor. The guy that's a different person.
He's during the prison.
He's during the prison.
Concurrent with the prison is the governor.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how it works shook out in the show. They had the governor on.
Okay. So maybe I never read up to Negan.
Fact,
Oh, someone's unstable.
there he is.
Oh my God! I've never seen the
Governor
TV
on the
show
show,
version
yeah.
of the governor.
So I have read this guy's art.
Also with a shoe polish eye patch.
And he keeps his zombie daughter tied
Yep.
up. Okay.
Yeah, this is the actor version of him. Like the
Yeah.
I remember
Do we know the
comic
actor?
one having the long
Scraggly
hair,
hair, right?
Yeah. Looked a little like Jesus.
Yeah. I want to
Yeah.
say that the actor is British. But it's been years.
Brito in my America.
It's
Well, I
Rick
never.
Grimes. The main character is Andrew Lincoln. Love Actually's Andrew Lincoln.
A fine
My
film.
God, I never thought we'd be able to see the governor and Negan occupy the same space, but here we are. Anything can happen in fantasy fights, including a really long
I
intro.
feel like we should call this like Governor versus Negan versus whatever.
Damn.
Their whole family's here.
The whole PS2 family is here. And
It
right
is
away,
pandemonium in the ring.
looks like Rick Grimes and Daryl Dixon battling out for the fans' hearts.
These 4 walls will protect you.
Similar to the events of the show and the comic, Negan's taking it to Glenn.
Wow. Yeah.
Sadly, really hope the outcome here is Glenn winning, but I'm
Nope.
not.
Wow.
Dead.
Sorry, everybody. All your hopes were dashed for history being rewritten.
The floor is lava.
Looks like there is such a thing as fate, and Glenn met his for the 3rd time.
And $60 you spent, Dave. You get look at that. You get to watch the WrestleMania thing scroll at the bottom. Isn't that great?
So look at that though. Coral taking it to the governor. Oh, but then. So what is the thing with in the new game where like a different character's name pops up over?
Well, that's to help you aim. So,
Okay.
That's who you were targeting.
Yeah.
Very
Wow,
Marker
is
Creed.
Whoa.
that guy almost out? I don't remember their name.
Rick Grimes is the one hanging onto the ropes.
One of the
Daryl Dixon's been
Grimeses.
knocked out by Negan, and the governor has been taken down by Coral, which didn't happen in either the comic or the show. So Coral is rocking an eye patch in the show at this point?
Yep.
All right. And he was blinded by pointy things? No, I'm kidding.
Bullets.
Bullets.
They're pointy.
Look at that. Daryl really taking it. Unchecked rage on Rick Grimes finally hits a boil here on Fantasy Fights.
Oh,
I'm
that
the
was
star of the show.
Oh, that was a really thick bite of kombucha.
Gotta
Gross.
say, I've seen Norman Reedus modeled better in both an Activision game and that Hideo Kojima trailer.
We have streamed
Yeah.
before.
Yeah.
I kept thinking this was the Funky Fetus. What's his name?
The funky.
Norman Reedus.
Norman
and the
Reedus,
Funky
the
Fetus.
funky fetus.
I had to assume.
And a Daryl Dixon, the fan
Oh.
favorite, eliminated. All that's left in the ring are 2 Grimes and 2 big bads.
So how does Negan get introduced in the count? Like what after
Very,
the,
very violently.
Because what is the status quo? Like,
very-
what is he,
well, that's-
what is he in charge of?
What's great about the comic is that they finally settle into an area where it looks like we got this handled. Everything's peaceful.
Post-prison.
And they have to flash forward because they've had years of peace and tranquility.
Okay. Post prison.
And then post-prison, they basically set up a gated suburb and fortified it, and have been living there for a number of years. And the comic flashes, I guess the show can't flash forward because of stupid coral. Man, how are you going to explain that growth spurt?
So this is now Walking Dead Shippuden.
Well, I do like that implication that they've found some kind of tranquility.
But then I guess some roving asshole shows up, or
well, then you meet It's great because zombies are still the primary enemy of The Walking Dead as far as the comics go, but then when you flash forward a couple years, you also have tribes of competing people.
Sure.
And if those people at any point lose a resource, you can have a lo-fi war.
Yeah.
A human versus human
war. A conquest of the Planet of the Apes level war.
And so after the flash forward, you get a lot of weird factions of human beings surviving after the zombie holocaust.
But then Negan is just one of those people who rolls into town? Or?
Negan is, let's just say, a charismatic asshole who commands with an iron fist. I don't know how much of him they showed on the show. Was he just introduced at the end of the sixth season? And then, because that is...
You got to see his underlings, who were very incompetent for the longest time. And out goes Coral.
But it wasn't that they were incompetent. I like that the comic kind of brings it like, we don't really like this guy.
Yeah.
But
no, on the show they were very incompetent.
Oh my God, Coral is eliminated.
Vintage Grimes.
How is Rick Grimes going to get out of this? He's bested these two before in the pages of the comics, but not together.
Knuckle shuffle.
Oh my God! Thank God the governor's a little fatigued.
Does Grimes have a stunner?
Oh, to the face of Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Man, that outfit is so good.
Indeed, it is.
He's got to be getting hot. That leather doesn't breathe.
Governor biding his time.
I keep thinking the eye patch is Hannibal.
Mads Mikkelsen?
Yeah, the newer Hannibal.
Currently in Doctor Strange, which is this stream is not brought to you by. Thanks, Marvel.
Thanks, Marvel, for nothing. It could be, though. I mean, hey.
Let's see that again. Instant replay.
Come at me about Doctor Strange.
Oh, exactly the same camera angle. That was worth it.
Wait till you see him hit.
Ooh, a little early celebration from Negan. Let's hope that doesn't do him in.
And then the walls come down and all these people are zombies.
Things are not looking good for Rick Grimes. He's got two hands, but also two fierce adversaries. Jesus Christ. A double team if I've ever seen one.
Put this baby to bed.
So did the announcers in WWE 2K17, will they be saying, Rick Grimes, really? No?
Not quite that advanced.
A deadly attack from Negan.
I can't believe it. Oh, Negan's on the other side of the ropes.
Oh, man. Not like this.
This could go either way.
Ooh.
Oh, and he's back in the ring. And if you're like me, you're praying Rick Grimes gathers his strength. Oh, Negan really taking it to the governor. I'm not sure which person I hate more. Probably the governor. It's a much worse person.
Yeah, still think his death is, or his murder in the comics was way more
deserved,
unforgivable.
Yeah.
Though he didn't do quite as much in the comics, or in the show, which is I think why his character isn't as remembered.
There were some of the things, the governor did in the comics. I wish I could forget.
Yeah, I mean that stuck with me for a long time. Negan, you could. So how do you guys feel about this as the final two?
This makes perfect sense, especially the show going where it is. Oh my God, we have blood on the forehead of Rick Grimes.
Attract all the.
You might be turning
the zombies.
Unless maybe we see a face turn from Negan.
What is a Negan finisher? I'm so curious.
Well, I hope it's burning him in the face with an iron. That is a comic reference and potential spoiler for the show. I have not seen the show.
Attitude adjustment?
Let's see that again from the exact same camera angle.
Oh, no, it's to the front.
It's the Snickers delayed replay.
That thing you just saw with the frame around it.
Oh, Rick Grimes getting a second win. Oh, backbreaker to Negan. He was down on the ground screaming, come on, Rick Grimes. Will evil triumph on this final October day?
Classic neck breaker.
I will not. I am genuinely concerned right now. If Negan wins, all that is good is lost, and I might give up hope. I might move up to the hill, Dave. Do they have the hill in the show?
Yes,
hill
they
community.
Do. They just teased it.
Ooh. But again, I encourage everybody, read some Walking Dead. Maybe we'll put a link to it in the YouTube. The omnibuses come pretty cheap nowadays, especially digitally via Comixology, but of course you buy them on Amazon. They activate via Comixology now. I haven't yet to use that.
You can also use our Amazon links on LaserTimePodcast.com.
Indeed,
and
it really
buy
helps out.
Those omnibuses are good things to buy. If you're
They're great.
If you're going to buy them anyway, please do it through our site.
Yeah, and they're so inexpensive considering how much you get.
You get a lot.
Oh my God!
Oh
Negan
man, is this it?
Negan is on the ropes.
Is this the end of the game?
Is this the outcome every fan wanted to see? It's really happening a long time. Are we stuck?
I don't think so. It's just a epic struggle.
Oh,
ooh, not today, Mr. Grimes.
He's bleeding. He's bleeding a lot, though.
He's bleeding a lot, but it looks to brought out some ferocity in Rick Grimes.
That's what he needed to do. We needed to see this side of him.
Yeah.
Oh,
ooh,
man.
I stand corrected. Right in the wound. Oh my God.
Shuck and jive.
I'm trying to remember who did that to Randy Orton.
Whoa,
recently. A lot of blood on Grimes'
face.
face.
Messed up.
My word. My word.
This footage will be played in black and white later.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's a black day for Walking Dead.
He's on. He's literally on the ropes. What a good analogy, Brett.
Oh, he's on the knee. Rick Grimes takes the knee. Little fatigued. I wish I could read the meters at the bottom of the screen, but I've never really played this game.
Yeah. You're at 7.4%, and you got one F.
It's like Negan's grasping at nothing.
This audience really came dressed nicely. I'm really surprised.
Really did. Really,
especially for the zombie apocalypse.
Really keeping their cool in what, let's be honest, one of the most devastating matches in pop culture history.
But for what it's worth, this is what Walking Dead, the end will be, is a society watching people wrestle in a ring for the enjoyment of dance for me, wrestle for me.
Negan is on the outside of the ropes. Will Rick Grimes, does he have what it takes to to do what's right, eliminate Negan, save the community? Surely there's someone.
But Negan is too cool. Oh
my! Yes, it has happened.
A beaten and bloodied Grimes. He is so upset.
Negan is eliminated. Everything is right with the world. I am happy with the way that came out.
And Negan must abide by the rules of wrestling. He is not allowed back.
Though it looks like Rick has taken a bat to the face during this match.
Yeah,
it does.
Hopefully,
it's better than losing a hand, though. I gotta say. As long as the governor is out and dead, I'm a happy man.
Rubbing his fist together.
Also,
oh my goodness!
A Rick victory does not mean Negan is dead. I think he's just gonna keep him captive for a while.
This is true.
Wow, the height. Wow,
what a highlight!
Yeah, he's there in the corner. There he is.
We'll fix it later.
We'll fix it in post. That's not going up on the Hulu broadcast. Boom!
Oh!
Eliminated to the delight of Walking Dead fans everywhere. Ladies and gentlemen, it looks like Rick Grimes is going to WrestleMania.
And
it's
like ripped some of the blood off.
And it's ripped as shit.
A lot of time to do working your lats in the zombie apocalypse.
It looks like his eyes are popping out. His head's been hit so hard.
That is the only scene I want to see. Ladies and gentlemen, that has been our Fantasy Fight. Thank you so much for joining us. Check out more of the channel. Be sure to subscribe and go to LaserTimePodcast.com to see more of this kind of chicanery. We love you. Good night.